Hey YouTubians, Gary VWJawbreaker. Welcome back to part 3 of the little DIY lightweight Overland trailer build. Okay, it's not quite an Overland trailer yet, but just hang with me, okay? It'll get there. So, to bring you up to speed, we started with an, I don't know what year, Coleman Versa trailer. Made a steel structure to be able to raise everything up taller and give us more storage inside. That was on part 1. Part 2, we lined the whole thing with aluminum sheeting and put in a front hatch so we can access the front. And then we also made the crossbar setup to be able to support today's video. That's right, today we're finally diving into installing the rooftop tent. So excited for this. Why am I so excited for a rooftop tent? Well, tired of sleeping on the ground, tired of the air mattresses going flat at night, and I'm tired of being on the ground because, let's face it, it's Florida. Almost every time we go camping, it rains, which means I have a river going through my tent. Not anymore. We'll be up off the ground. Perfect. So, we need to go ahead and unbox this and get it prepped, assembled, whatever we got to do so we can get it on this little trailer and see if the trailer is going to flip over when we open it or not. I've read a few comments. You guys think it's going to flip. We're going to find out today together. I'll make sure I set the camera up when we open it up and we'll see together exactly how it's going to do. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll just leave it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, so Benehike was nice enough to send this out. This is a 3 to 4 person rooftop tent. So we're going to go ahead and get this unboxed again, get it assembled, whatever we got to do. We're going to do it together for the first time. I don't know what I'm in for. So let's get crack-a-lacking. Let's dive into this thing and let's get to it. First impressions, this thing's pretty nice. Seems like the canvas is decently thick without being too thick. You got your built-in rain fly. Everything just kind of pops up all at once. Now, we opened it up inside so we could go ahead and grab our 2 crossbars, our cover, rain fly flaps, and there's your bag of hardware and your ladder. So, first thing we need to do is go ahead and get these crossbars mounted on the bottom of the tent. So you actually have pre-drilled holes, and really all you have to do is pull the mattress up a little bit, and there's your hole that goes through. You've got all 3 of them for each crossbar. So we'll go ahead and get those 2 crossbars mounted, get the hardware installed, then we'll go ahead and move on to the ladder. Let's go ahead and sort our hardware out real fast so we know what we have. The T-tracks. There's your bottom supports. So those T-tracks are for the slide into here to hold, captivate your bolt. And these will go across to fasten it. Comes with, holy cow, a 10 and 13 millimeter wrenches. And of course, all your hardware. And then some bungees of some sort. So we don't need these yet because these are for the ladder. I'm going to take the rubber caps out of the end, keep those off to the side for now. What we need to do is go ahead and reach in, put a bolt through, or take the nut and slide it down this track, and we'll use a screwdriver to get it to where we need it. So we'll take 1 bolt, reach behind the mattress, push it through like so. We'll take this, and that kind of helps lock it in place. It can't spin. You don't have to worry about putting a wrench on it. Use a screwdriver, slide it down to that middle one, and just go ahead and start your bolt. And make sure you have a washer on the inside of the tent to help support everything. There we go, we're at the lock nut stage now. So I'll go ahead and do that on the other two. Same thing, kind of reach around. And again, don't tighten it up just yet because you're going to need to line everything up properly. Slide the nut in place. And we'll do the third one. Slide the nut down the track right here. And that's it. Now that you've got this pretty much centered, all three of them loose, you can go ahead and use your 10mm wrench that it comes with. Or if you have tools, use a ratchet, 10mm socket, go much faster. All right, now that the crossbar brackets are on, we need to go ahead and flip it over and get the ladder installed. Now, one thing I want to tell you though is when you tighten these down, don't torque them as tight as you can. Snug them good, because you will collapse the base structure. So just snug them up good. Those are nylock nuts, so they will stay nice and snug. And they do recommend though, every once in a while, to go ahead and, you know, just go over everything real well and make sure all your hardware is good and tight. So heads up for that. So let's go ahead and get crack-a-lacking, get this thing flipped over and get that ladder installed so we can get it on that trailer and see how it looks. All right, this is going to go the same way. You've got the other 10mm bolts with two washers, smaller washers, and the bolt. Put one washer on one side, lift up a little bit, insert it through the hole, put your bracket on, nut and washer. Well, I guess in order that would be washer then nut. Put your other one in, washer, and then your nylock nut. Now it's just a matter of snugging those up. Again, you don't want them super tight, just snug. And we'll do the other bracket. Now for the ladder. Oh, see? We learned something here. Can't fully snug these up yet. Let's put one washer on each side, run through the bolt. Now that we have the ladder in place and the hardware on, we can go ahead and snug up the brackets to the tent, and then we can snag up now these right here you don't want too tight because you still want it to pivot. Again, you don't want these too tight. You still want this to pivot pretty easy because, again, this is how you're going to unfold the tent. All right, before we set this on top, you've got some more hardware sitting here. Now you've got the bottom plates, you've got these T-brackets that holds your other hardware. So it goes together like this, and we'll slide in the track like that, so you can adjust it. I had to run down to Home Depot, and the reason being are these bolts are just a little too short. So pardon the wind, it's extremely stormy, but if you look, because of the size hardware I used, these are not going to be long enough. So what I did is a little long, but it's what they had. Is I grabbed some 5/16 3.5-inch bolts along with some lock nuts. Same thing as the nylon lock nuts that they use on this. So all I have to do is ixnay this hardware, use this hardware, and I took this with me so I could verify that this head properly fits in there like it's supposed to and captures the bolt. So what we're going to go ahead and do is slide 2 in for the 2 middles, set it up, and then we can slide the 2 outer ones in place. So it'll be 4 on the inner and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on the outer. So we'll go ahead and slide the inner ones in, and then we'll go ahead and get that up on there. So again, with the bolts I purchased, they fit right in there. Let's go ahead and slide those on into place. Put 2 up top for the inner, 2 on the bottom for the inner. So you can grab it like anywhere. Too heavy? Okay, back up. All right. Lift. I know. You lift any higher? No. No? All right. So I want to slide it like this. Oh. Now that's in place, we just lift up the edge, take our other one, slide it into place. Once that's in place, we'll go ahead and put our little rubber cap back on it. And now under here, we've got our plate. Simply goes like that. I'm going to use a washer that I provided, and then a nut. Snug it up. Now one thing I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and put a secondary nut on there. This one is a nylock nut. So I'll lock nut it in place. Alright, now we just need to do that 3 more times. Well, that's it. She's fully mounted. We have a rooftop tent on the trailer. Now, the only downfall that I've seen so far is just really the size of the trailer compared to the tent. I have to have it hanging off up front just a little bit more than the back, so I have room to open up the back door. Really, that's about it. Other than that, she fits on there well. The only other minor issue, again, this is because of my setup, not so much the tent, it's nothing to do with the tent, is right here, if you notice, I put this bolt up against the brace, and that one sticks ahead quite a bit. So what I may do later down the road is mark it, drill another hole, that way it's a little bit more solid. But the back one is up against the back, and the front one's up against the front, that way should lock it in place just fine. Like I said, if I need to, easy enough to pull these real quick and just drill some new holes in there. And again, that has nothing to do with the tent, that has to do with my setup, my crossbars. So I think now it's time to go ahead and set it up and see if this thing flips over. All right, well, we got it set up, we got it leveled out. Those are just 2 car jacks. We got it welded to the bottom, so therefore we can level things out and stabilize the trailer. Now around front, all we have is just a little pivot jack. I am going to go ahead and probably add a jack up in those front corners as well, just so we can hopefully balance it a little better. But so far, I mean, it doesn't really move much, so it shouldn't flip over. I don't know. The only thing left to do is undo the cover. Let's fold this thing out and see how it is. Moment of truth. Well, so far so good. Get the little poles and set up the rain flaps and get in it and see if it holds us. So overall, first impressions, pretty impressed. These holes right here are angled and they go straight in. So that has to be lined up perfect for those to go in there. Other than that, we've got an entrance here if you want to go in and out. Double zippers. You've got your privacy fly there. That's nice. You got a window there, window on the other side. And there's your entrance. So let's open her up, climb inside, and let's see if this thing flips or not. That'll be kind of interesting. All right, well, I guess there's nothing left in it just to do it. Here's the hoping. Oh man, it's actually pretty comfy in here. Ah. Well, we didn't flip. Pretty comfortable. It's a 2.5-inch mattress. Not bad. I kind of like it. I know you're in here. What do you think, Levi?
Very nice.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So, again, I'm 6'5". I got room there, and I got a little bit of room up here. So, I mean, really not bad. And you're supposed to sleep this way, not this way. So, overall, I'm pretty impressed. You know, you've got your windows here, window over there, and of course we came in there, and behind me is the other one. It's pretty big that opens up. So these are only, no, these open up too. Those have a zipper. I'd be hornswoggled. I don't know, like I said, pretty impressed. Awful nice. And believe it or not, with that little flap right there, I could fish up some kind of cable or something to be able to charge electronic devices. But it also does come with storage pockets. So you got storage pockets on both sides. Not bad. Not bad at all. And of course, everything was done with the stainless steel hardware. So how can you really go wrong? I'm not gonna lie, it did pretty good. It's actually very roomy for being a 3 to 4 person tent. Plenty of room for Levi and I at festivities and events and whatnot, and different camping adventures. So overall, really impressed. Seems to be good quality, to be honest with you. And again, these come down on both sides. And you can zip that. It's also got an additional rain fly if you'd rather use that one instead of this one. Overall, again, very impressed. Really like it. Make sure you check out the link below and get yourself a Benehike tent as well. So, thanks so much for sticking around. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget, we're gonna make awesome progress on this, so the next video is gonna be pretty daggum exciting. Make sure you check it out. Till then, be good.